You're listening to Hackneyed, a weekly podcast where my friend Skye talks to herself like a crazy person whilst I'm recovering from travels in Berlin.
Gotta prop myself up here, she's too small. Guys, welcome back to Hackneyed, and welcome to the episode you've all been waiting for, Skye's solo app. Our fearless leader Aidyn is in Berlin. He truly is the leader of this pod because I don't even know how to put the light on. I just looked at it and there's like 5 bits. I've never done anything useful towards this podcast. And today's that's really been thrown into light for me. So I think maybe when Aidyn's back, we start with a lesson on Skye during the setup. He is truly fearless because, as we all know, he just talks shit about everyone on the pod and he is not scared. But we miss him. We do. I've been really putting off this app. It's quite weird getting ready to do an app on your own. I feel like I've just had a really small insight into a blogger's life because around me that you can't see, chaos. Put makeup on, haven't worn makeup all day, but just thought I needed to do that for now. So yeah, obviously I've set up my flowers for you behind. I hope you think they look nice. I grew them all. It's been a real disaster out on the balcony this year. I did so well last year. So this year I doubled up on my dahlias. So many sweet peas, but the dahlias got ravaged by mildew. And the sweet peas are covered in aphids. So actually I've thrown a lot of it in the bin today, which is quite heartbreaking, to be honest. But yeah, I'm back. I've been so busy. I've been everywhere since Glastonbury. So yeah, I've just been having some downtime, to be honest, mostly just watching Love Island, a little bit of gardening today. But yes, Aidyn is in Berlin, and actually he's really committed to this episode because he has sent me about 10 voice notes.
Oh my God. Listen to my voice. First night out in Berlin last night. Amon, Minto, Rhea, and I ended up staying out until 5:30. And I am a shell, but I will power through. Loving you.
Another Berlin update for you. What is this? Friday, Rhea, Amon, and I have been basically spending the whole day together. And we now find ourselves at a very strange venue. It's sort of like a Mykonos beach club, but in the middle of brutalist Berlin. In a crowd of just equal parts like trash, straights, and like basic muscle Marys. And then very cunty, stunty, dressed in our Diesel and our Gucci Prada, heels by the pool kind of a crowd. We've also kind of collected in the last 48 hours this, he's sort of like a New Zealand himbo. We don't know if he is flirting with me or Amon or if he's just enjoying the attention, but we've had a good day.
Mostly about them being in Berghain. I don't really know what that is. I just know it's a club that's really hard to get into. But guys, they got in twice. Oh yeah, this is also funny. There keeps being like random people following the pod who are just following Aidyn and the pod. And I'm like, are you pitching the podcast in Berghain? I think he is. Okay, let's have a listen to his first ep. Literally, there's about 5 eps here.
So I'm coming to you live from within Panorama. So full Berghain isn't actually open tonight. We're in this sort of upstairs area. I'm currently outside the toilets waiting for Minto. It felt very powerful watching people get turned away just before us and then us getting in our little pairs. So we own Berlin now. It is ours. Yeah, wish me luck tonight.
So that was the first night. And that was then when 2 hours after getting that voice note, there was a follow on the pod. So he was pitching the pod in the club. And then what else did they do? They went to a little pool party that they weren't very into. They also went to Soho House that they were more into.
The partying never stops, baby. Right now, I'm coming to you from the rooftop of Soho House in Berlin. We're here with Amon, Rhea, and Minto. There's a Pride-themed pool party happening on the roof. Music is thumping. Rhea and I are barely alive. Since sleeping all day. Back on the alcohol, as you must expect. I love that, the way gay men fetishize every aspect of masculinity has now boiled down to, they dress like 90s dads with, oversized white t-shirts, baseball caps, sunglasses on a string around their neck, high-waisted khakis with the shirt tucked in, and, muscles and whatever. And it's this is now just, it's a new fetish. We've run out of fetishizing beauty. as gay men, that we have to now like fetishize and excavate mundanity. I don't know. I'm hungover. I am. Say hi, Minto.
Skye girl, it's your bad bitch, Minty Moo.
Hey, Skye, it's Ree. I'm dying.
That's the girls. Anyways,
We love you, mama. We love
We
you.
love you.
Love you.
talk to you later.
And then there was more. Did I even listen to those? Okay, I think this is the right one.
Another update from your fearless leader. We're here in Berghain again. So far, 100% success rate on getting in. Tonight it is open proper, the full venue. So we're currently on a little tour around. It's just Jason, Minto, Ree, and I trying to find Amon, who's been here since like almost all day. So I'll let you know.
So as someone who told you they don't really know what Berghain is, quite confused that Aman had been there all day. But then, so 100% success rate, guys, you're never going to bloody hear the end of that from them, are you? This is quite fun. This is the only thing that made me want to go.
Another update from your trusty co-host here. About almost 2 hours into Berghain now. Lots of sights to be seen. Lots of girls at the end of their ropes. We're currently in one of the upper bars where they serve ice cream, and they also make smoothies and I think milkshakes. So Ree and Jason are queuing for ice cream, and I think Amon and Minto are queuing for water and a shake. Had a lovely little pash with a hunky Brazilian guy named Mateo. So we're doing good. We're underway. Ree and I woke up today feeling a little tender. We had a late evening nap and then woke up thinking truly we will not make it through the night. But we had a little dinner, we've rallied. I've done a costume change in the bathroom. I'm in full bodysuit, full leotard, because it is too darn hot. For how much longer can we do this, girl? Pro tip though, don't drink. I haven't been drinking and I actually don't feel like a complete zombie. Anyways, over and out for now.
Unusual pro tip from Aidyn there. Don't drink, guys. Wow, it sounds quite big, honestly. I was like, shall I Google it? But are you not allowed to take photos in there? Not much to see. Okay, interesting. Well, I'm sure we will hear more about how they all got into Berghain 100 times. What else has been going on? Oh my God. I'm wearing my Sporty Spice t-shirt today because, guys, the football, the Lionesses. I mean, I generally don't really care for football, but I can get into women's football. And what's really spurring me on is the fact that it makes so many straight men so angry, and their wrath is just like pushing me further into fandom. We went to Big Penny Social. I went with Kate and all her football friends, real fans. It was so fun. It was great. We were sat next to these two Spanish women, and I just thought, if this was men's football, they would not be able to be there. But look at us all being civilised. So yeah, I am truly a glory hunter when it comes to football, so I was delighted. Also, I don't think real football fans think this, but for me the best bit is penalties, so that has also really hooked my attention, that most of the matches have gone to penalties. I like the gossip, I like to know about the girls, I want to know who's dating who, what's going on, what's the beef. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna find a team. Leighton Orient Women's, perhaps. So yeah, that was very fun. I also asked some of you guys on the Hackneyed Instagram to send me some questions for my solo ep. So I got 2 questions. One was from Rob Loughnane. He said something along the lines of, do you think we give it enough time and thought that parrots can actually talk? And I've thought about this a lot now. I don't think it's AI that we should be worried about. I think it is the parrots. Like, it is quite mad that they can talk, actually. I think also maybe at the beginning people were worried about the parrots, like they are about AI, but then they just realised it was nothing to worry about. So that's where that took me. But I actually do have, of course I do, a funny story for you. So we were once looking after my brother's ex-girlfriend's cat before the cat moved to Spain to live with them. And I had to go and buy some litter. So went into the pet shop and someone was whistling at me. So I'm just like looking at the cat litter and it's like, I can't whistle, but it was like, oh, I can whistle. It was like, Blondie. And I was like, that's quite rude. I'll just ignore them. Blondie. And it just went on, and I was just getting really pissed off, but also just like, what am I going to do? Go shout at the man in the pet store? Anyway, I get to the till to pay for my cat food. It was a parrot. It was literally a parrot whistling Blondie at me. I also don't know if you can hear that, but that bloody train woman shouting her mouth off on the microphone. But I also think she might have been in trouble recently because she's really been toning it down. And I've been going to the train station, I see her there, but she hasn't been getting on the mic as much. But anyway, if you don't know about her, this woman that just loves to get on the mic, and I know I would be the same. And she just repeats all the announcements. Sometimes she says hi to her friends. Like, I know she is kind of just spreading joy, but it's so loud I can't actually tell you. And sometimes it happens like before 7 o'clock, and I just think, no, and it wakes me up. I actually don't know how bloggers do it. I've got a lot of nonsense to chat, but this is pushing me. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, thank you, Jack, though, for your very thoughtful question. When I asked if anyone wanted to ask me any questions, Jack said, am I still doing the artist's way? The answer to that is kind of. So I did it like kind of this time last year, and I loved it. But I just have been away so much. So I did weeks 1, 2, and 3, and then I've dropped the ball. Sorry. I'm obsessed with football. Can't stop doing football puns. But no, I've dropped the ball, and I actually really miss it. You do the morning pages, which I personally don't love. It's like you just wake up and the first thing you do is like write 3 pages. And sometimes I just don't want to think about my feelings that early in the morning. But it is kind of good for your morning routine, and it probably is good for you to think about your feelings. I don't know. Said like I don't spend my whole life thinking about feelings. But the artist's date every week is so nice and so special, and also just having to take some time to like do the questions weekly instead of just scrolling your phone. That's all I've been doing is watching Love Island, scrolling on my phone. So Jack, you have inspired me. I'm going back in. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. My main thing that I'm interested in is secret listeners of the pod. We have some fantastic, engaged, active listeners, and we appreciate you guys. I just keep finding out people are listening left, right, and centre. I went to Bristol to see some of my school friends. Now, these are not people that use social media, in my mind. And 2 of them said they were listening to the pod, which really blew my mind, to be honest. We also love and appreciate our secret listeners, but it is quite exciting when you find that out. So yeah, if you're a secret listener, and also, I've got this thing, like, if you're a secret listener that feels like they shouldn't be listening, it's like, I don't know if you have this, but there's people that I follow on Instagram. They probably know I follow them, but like, I'm a bit like too scared to interact in case it like alerts their attention to the fact that I follow them. And not in a creepy way, just in a like people that I just don't really speak to, or like maybe they're like, I know them from school or from home, but I don't really know them. But yeah, if you're like one of those, if you're like a secret listener of the pod, let us know. We want to hear from you guys. I had a wedding, Eliza Hughesday's wedding, Eliza Kirkham now. We were talking about like the table plan. She was like, I'm not going to tell you where you're sitting, but I think you are going to like it. Guys, I was on the top table. I guess I was Charlotte's +1, her sister, and her auntie did come up to me and say, oh, I didn't know if you and Charlotte were like actually together. And I was like, no, unfortunately for both of us, we're not. I do have a habit of getting just like involved in a way that I have no business being involved. My sister's friend Esme, she got married last year. She'd invited like people that from like different times into parts of her life. So I got to go along, which was lovely. And then Esme's mum Tracy was doing the speech, and she was saying like, oh, it's so nice. Esme's, invited a lot of different people from different parts of her life today. And I just happened to lock eyes with her in that moment. And she was like, obviously like Skye. And my sister just looked at me and she was like, how have you managed to get a mention in the mother of the bride speech? That's just me, guys. I'm getting around. I'm getting in all the places I have no business being. And I love it. I don't know if I have much else to say other than I really need to learn how to do the equipment. There is a lot of stuff in that bag and I don't know how it worked. And I'm sad that I won't have the optimum lighting for this episode. And yeah, I think I was jealous when Aidyn did his solo ep. I was like, oh, I need to get in on that. But actually, having tried it myself, I'd say it's tricky. So once again, I salute you. And yeah, if you have listened to this, thank you so much, especially if you've got this far. And yeah, I'll be on standby for my co-host to come back. Love you guys.